Hey, I am the Greg, one of the hosts of the Greg and Dave Show. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What's up, everybody? This is Christian Heimel, host of Press Row here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Press Row, where we talk about the biggest issues in sports with the analysts, experts, and reporters who cover them. No nonsense, hard-hitting interviews on the sports topics you're talking about. A new show comes out every single Thursday. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Press Row. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Your Life Matters. I'm your host, Dr. Mariah White. I am a passionate nurse practitioner and fired up health and happiness coach. And this podcast is for you. It's meant to provide you a hope and a dream that fuels your soul to dream big and to dream bold, to empower and inspire you to live out your wildest dreams and grab a hold onto the unwavering truth that you were made for more. All right, guys, so let's dive in. Man, this has really been on my heart. I really sat and I thought about it. What is the one thing that literally changed the trajectory of how my life went? What was the one thing that I did, and how can I share it with you? And it was simple. When I sat down and I thought about what I did, the ultimate mindset shift was mastering my inner mean girl. Guys, I love personal development. And if you're one of those people that haven't yet bought into it, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this is a version of personal development. You listening right now to this podcast, Your Life Matters podcast, this is a sense of personal development. It is your way to grow your mindset. So you're already a believer in personal development. So let me just say, the one book that changed my life was Mastering Your Inner Mean Girl by Melissa Ambrosini. Seriously, guys, that book was incredible. And that's what really changed so many things in my mind and it caused me to be successful. I decided to master my inner mean girl. I gave myself permission to be human. That is exactly what mastering those inner thoughts, those inner voices, what that meant. I gave myself permission to be human. I didn't judge my judgments. And ladies, don't even front for half a second and say that we don't all have those thoughts. When we immediately walk into a room, I'm telling you, comparison is a thief of joy. You're either comparing yourself to them, trying to figure out how you match up, who you're going to talk to, which person you can connect with based on what they're wearing, what color of the skin they have, the way that their hair looks, or the way that somebody talks. Or you're sitting there in a corner thinking about how you are not going to match up to what their expectations are, why you would rather stay in the corner and stay more reserved or introverted because you yet don't know how they're going to feel about you. These are all inner thoughts of your mean girl. That's where it comes from. But when you give yourself permission to be human and give yourself permission to understand that you can't judge your judgments, it changes your mindset. It's very simple to walk into a room, have that thought, and be like, bam, that's my mean girl. I'm going to shut her down. I'm going to turn her on mute. I'm going to apologize in my mind for what I was thinking, but I'm not going to judge myself. I'm not going to beat myself up. We're only human. I'm giving myself permission to be human. But I'm also remembering and realizing that not only am I giving myself permission to be human, I'm remembering that everybody else is human. That means everybody else has a mean girl. Everybody else is struggling with the same thing. There's a difference in staying stuck with your mean girl and having her on blast, and then realizing that you can mute her at any point in time and moving forward. And moving forward in an essence of pushing through the hard. When you push through the hard and you continue to reaffirm those powerful 5 I am statements that we talked about before in the previous episode, you are able to literally change your life. I am wanted. I am needed. I am loved. I am worthy. And I am more than enough. Anytime my mean girl is like blasting on like autopilot loud, it is a simple, oh my gosh, Mariah, tone it down, shut her off, put it on mute. I am loved. I am wanted. I am needed. I am worthy, and I'm more than enough. Whether I'm saying that once or 5 times or 50 times over, I'm remembering that I can push through the hard with those simple words of affirmation. We all struggle with this, but it is a way of mastering your inner mean girl that literally changes the trajectory of your life. When you realize that your mean girl can no longer hold you down, when you realize that you are in complete control of her thoughts, the words, how you depict certain things in your life, when you realize that you have control over that, you become unstoppable. And this is not me just blowing smoke, guys. I don't blow smoke, literally. I mean what I say, and 100% of the time, all the time, the words that come out of my mouth have intention. And my intention for this for you today is to realize that your mean girl is mean. She's not you. She judges. She's going to have these false self-limiting beliefs that are going to hold you back. But when you decide to shut her on mute and decide to love yourself through being human and giving yourself permission, and when you decide to understand that everybody battles with this and not judge yourself for your judgments and not pull yourself apart because you feel this way, but then push through the hard and say those 5 powerful I am statements, that's when everything is going to change and mean that. You're only human. You're allowed to have these thoughts. You're allowed to feel this way. But the difference is your mean girl wants you to stay stuck there. I don't. I'm not going to let you stay stuck there. I'm giving you tools for you to get unstuck. It is okay for you to feel sad. It is okay for you to feel hurt. It is okay for you to feel rejected, abandoned, let down. But the difference is your mean girl wants you to stay there. I don't want you to stay there. You can feel the feelings, but you can't stay stuck in them. And that is the difference. When I decided to master my inner mean girl, it reminded me that I was not broken. It reminded me that I could have the courage to overcome my fear. It reminded me that fear is just false evidence appearing real. It reminded me that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and that I am only human and I needed to give myself grace. When you decide to take control of the volume of your inner mean girl, you will forever change your life. For every time your inner mean girl says something negative, you can't do this, you won't do that, you cannot become this because, I want you to blast, I am loved, I am wanted, I am needed, I am worthy, and I am more than enough. Like should be your rebuttal to every single time you have a negative thought, because those negative thoughts are your mean girl and she's trying to hold you back. But we are not going to let it happen. Together, we are going to fight and master our inner mean girl. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Hear me say that again. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You have to be willing to make the change. You have to be willing to master your inner mean girl. So this is your homework. Give yourself permission to be human. Do not judge your judgments. Every single person has an inner mean girl, so do not beat yourself up about it. And push through the hard and remember your words of affirmation, those 5 powerful I am statements. Say it over and over and over again. That's your homework. We're going to dive in deep, and we are going to master our inner mean girls together.